Welcome to the Yessy's Designs podcast. I'm Yessy from Yessy's Designs. And today I'm recording this podcast from my studio here in Connecticut. And I hope that you're having a great day and that you enjoy the content that I'm bringing you today on episode 7 of the Yessy's Designs podcast. Last month I couldn't record the episode. We were sick in my house, so it was not possible to record. So this month, providing that everybody's fine, you're gonna get 2 episodes, episode number 7 and episode number 8. There is so much to show you on this episode, and I hope that you really enjoy everything that I'm gonna be showing you today. I'm gonna start with what I am wearing, and I'm sure that you can see that this is the Esteban Cowl. This is a pattern that is currently under testing. The pattern release is going to be on April 21st, so stay tuned for that. On April 21st, you're going to be able to get the knitting pattern so you can work on your Esteban Cowl as well. I love it. I love the feel. I love the yarn. This is the yarn Woolstock from Blue Sky Fibers. So in the next episode, I'm going to talk to you a little more about these patterns. But for today, I'm just going to tell you that I am in absolute love of this piece. For the next of the year, I have a few patterns that I'm working on for to be released on the next fall and winter. But I'm really hoping to be able to include at least another design that is related to the Esteban Cowl. I'm hoping to release a beanie. I have to work on the design for the beanie. I'm thinking fingerless gloves. I'm thinking an infinity scarf. I am just in love on this pattern, and needless to say, the meaning behind it is one of those that I think is going to keep me going for a little while. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to try to include that in my knitting schedule for the year. I absolutely love it. And as I told you in the last episode, it is like sharing Colombia with you in a piece. I've been talking about it on my Instagram as well. And I finished working on the blog post when I was not feeling well. I didn't knit too much. I didn't read too much, but I work on the blog post, and the rest of the time I was just resting. Sadly, that's, I think, when mothers get to rest a little bit more, or to rest when we are absolutely out of it. So I work on the blog post, and I really hope that when you read it, you can have a very good idea of Colombia, the music. You can have an idea about the colors, and just a few things that really inspired me to work on this cowl as part of the Blue Sky Fibers Maker program for this year. The yarn is absolutely beautiful. It is very soft. The stitch definition is just beautiful. Working on that yarn with a Fair Isle design, it was absolutely beautiful. You can see the contrasting colors so well, and I'm just in absolute love of it. I really hope that you consider working on this piece. Once the pattern is released, I know I'm going to be wearing it so very much. Now, I'm also wearing over here. These are bracelets made by my Aunt Ingrid in Colombia. So my Aunt Ingrid is my mother's sister, and since I can remember, she and I have worked together on so many things. We went to painting classes together. She taught me how to, let me think, how do you say that? Like to burn the wood. So you burn wood, and then there is a special paint to paint on the wood, and then you seal it and all of that. Anyway, I forgot what is the name of that in English, when wood burning, I think. So she taught me how to do that. We worked together. We worked together on painting. We have worked together in the jewelry. We haven't worked together since the last time I went back home, about 4 years ago or 3 years ago. And I look forward that when we go this year, we can work together on the jewelry again. She also knits, she also crochets, but she developed an allergy to wool, and her hands couldn't knit too much anymore, and so she's not doing that. She also developed an allergy with the painting, so she's not painting. So right now she's just focused on decorating, and she's focused on her jewelry. So I'm gonna link on my description below here. And the name of her small business is called Cayena Accesorios. Cayena is one of the flowers that represent Colombia as well. So you can see that we want to share as much as possible about Colombia. So she's a very talented jewelry maker. Look at this, for example. She made me these beautiful earrings. She made me these bracelets that I'm wearing today. And with the bracelets, there is a necklace. So this is her handbag where she gives her jewelry. Her name is Ingrid Duque. Let me show you how the necklace looks. Look at these beautiful colors. She has the little heart over here. She has all kinds of jewelry on her website for adults, for women, things that are more casual, things that are more dressy. My daughter, she has so many of her bracelets as well, and we love to wear them. It's just beautiful, beautiful jewelry. Now, talking about my aunt, I wanted to mention too, before I forget, that there is another piece that I designed that is also super Colombian inspired. Now, my aunt Ingrid was married to my uncle Eduardo. My uncle Eduardo, uncle tío, means tío in Spanish. So mi tío Eduardo, he was like a father to me. He passed away in 2005, and it was absolutely devastating. He was also one of those men that were just happy with life. He loved to dance, he loved to eat, he loved his country, in the sense that he loved to travel, and he went to so many places in the country, and he would always bring us things from his travels. And when he passed away, respectfully, I wanted to design a pattern that would have his name and that would represent him too. So I didn't put these two things together until I was getting ready to record this podcast. But if you see the Eduardo hat, which is from Tío Eduardo, you can see these two colors here. And I am sure that you can see that it's very similar in colors. And in the blog post and in the next episode, I'm going to explain why I chose these two colors for this design. But they represent Colombia also so well, the two colors. So I included this design over here with a triangle. And in this fair isle design, you're going to be working with 3 colors just on this section. The rest is just 2 colors. Now, it's always a little tricky to work with 3 colors on a row. Not impossible, a little tricky, but not impossible. You just have to take a little bit more time to make sure that the yarns don't get tangled. But I also included in this pattern, in the Eduardo hat, another version where if you don't want to work with those 3 colors, over there you can just make the beanie using the design with the 2 colors. So here you have the Eduardo hat. It's absolutely beautiful. If you go back on my Instagram, you're gonna see his son, my cousin Luis Alfredo. He's modeling one of the beanies, and another one of my cousins, Sebastian. He's wearing this beanie as well. So when we did this photo shoot in Colombia, it was super fun and more meaningful because his son was wearing the beanies that were designed after his father. So that's all for what oh no, it's not all. I'm also wearing one of the earrings that I made. This is crystal on a rose gold setting. If you go to my website, you're gonna find a section handmade jewelry. So you're gonna find there some of the earrings that I have made along with my daughter. You're gonna find bracelets for adults, bracelets for children. So I invite you to take a look at that section on my website and see if maybe you find a piece that you would love to wear. I love to wear this kind of jewelry. So that's it, my jewelry for today. The earrings that I made, a bracelet that my husband gave me for anniversary, and the 3 bracelets that my aunt Ingrid sent me that she made. That's it for today about what I'm wearing. Now I'm going to show you work in progress. There are a few pieces that I have to show you, and they are all so pretty. So I'm working on a candlewood cardigan for my daughter. I am using this color from, let me see if you can see it better, from Hobie. It's like a misty green color. So pretty. And I am working on the sleeves right now. So I just have to work on the design at the bottom of the sleeve, the same design that you see here, which are twisted stitches, very easy to work on. So I just have to add that to the sleeves of this cardigan, and then it's gonna be all ready. It has already the bottom section. I already made the front bands. So the only thing that is missing are just those 2 little additions to the sleeve. This is a beautiful color, and I'm so looking forward to see her wearing it because it's such a beautiful shade of green, perfect for spring, perfect for summer, and it's super, super, super cozy. It's an oversized beanie, an oversized cardigan, so I'm hoping that she's gonna be able to wear it all this spring, during the summer, and I'm really hoping that at least for this coming winter, she's gonna be able to layer it with her more warm outfits. So my children, they just grow so incredibly fast, and anybody that knows them, they can see that. So it is my hope that she can really get some wear out of this cardigan. I made it a little longer, and not too much longer. I think I added a couple of inches on the body, so it can be long enough in case she grows too much from here to next March. So that's it. I'm making this for her and loving working on this every single stitch. I'm just picturing her wearing it with some of the clothes that she already has, and it's gonna be quite something. We are hoping to go for a photo shoot after this piece is ready and the next one that I'm going to show you, to one of our local nurseries, and taking pictures of this cardigan and the other one with the pretty color that it has with the flowers that she loves the most. We are looking forward to that photo shoot. So I'm also making the cardigan, the same cardigan. This is an acrylic yarn from Hobie as well. It's a beautiful, beautiful tone. And on this cardigan, I'm still working on the body. Now this cardigan, I'm gonna make it different than the one that I just showed you. This one, I'm gonna make it very long. So way more than a couple of inches long. I'm gonna try to make it as, in a way that it's way under her bottom. So it's gonna be a very long cardigan, and it's just gonna be a different style. She loves cardigans. I love wearing cardigans as well. And the other cardigan is gonna be like a little bit under her waist. This one is gonna go way below the waist. So it's just a different style, but same design. I'm gonna try, I'm still trying to decide if I work on the twisted stitches right at the bottom, or if maybe over here when it's like right on her waist, if I should start making the design, and then it's just gonna be a long portion with the design of the twisted stitches. So I haven't worked on this for a couple of days because I'm still trying to decide if I should start working on the twisted stitches right now, or if I just wait until right to the end. So it's gonna be pretty. I haven't made the sleeves yet, but this is just a beautiful, beautiful color. And I chose acrylic for this one because when it gets really warm. Obviously, she's not going to wear that when it's really warm, but the nights are not going to be as cold. So when the nights are not really like super chilly, I would like her to wear this one. Acrylic is super soft on her skin. Um, so she can wear it with her dresses that have no sleeves, for example, or with her t-shirts. She doesn't have to be covered all the way to the end with a long sleeve cotton shirt, for example, like she would be with the other yarn that has wool on it. So I wanted her to wear this in a more relaxed setting. So I look forward to show you more about this cardigan in the next few weeks. Maybe by the next episode it's gonna be ready with photo shoots and everything. So I will try to make a decision very soon. You're gonna see, I'm sure, over with the podcast that I knit a lot for my children, for both, and for my husband as well. So, but especially for my daughter because she really, really, really enjoys wearing everything. Everything. She's so excited. Do you get new yarn? Is that for me? Can you make me this? Can you make me that? She's the one that asks more for pieces. So I happily slow down in the things that I compromise with yarn companies or collaborations, because I know that a lot of my time is needing for her. So I have no trouble with that, because she's such a happy recipient, and it's just so cute. So I don't want to miss on knitting for a yarn company or knitting for for something else, and then not having the time to knit for her. So I try to work on a schedule that allows me to continue to knit for my family as well. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to see. I'm gonna show you how these two colors look together. I look at them and it's like, oh, this is just such a spring. Look at this. Such a sweet color palette. And I want to include a lavender color for another cardigan for her. I'm debating between lavender or a light pink. So she's going to be making that decision in the next few weeks, so I can order the yarn and she can have more pieces to wear for this season. Now, I also needed something for my nephew. I have two nephews, Esteban and Jeronimo. Esteban is 5 and Jeronimo is 3 months old. I cannot wait to meet him. Oh, I cannot wait to hold this cutie. So my nephew Esteban, he sees me obviously every day when I talk to him. He says, okay, what are you working on, Tia Yessy? What are you making today, Tia Yessy? Show me what you're doing, Tia Yessy. So in the last few weeks, he started asking for me to make something for him. And I told him, but Esteban, everything that I make is with yarn. Where are you gonna wear like a woolly sweater or anything when you live in such a hot climate? It's so hot over there. So he said, Tia Yessy, when I go to the movie theater, I can wear it because it's cold in the movie theater. So I was like, okay. So he said, I would like you to make me the same sweater that you make for his cousins, for my kids, the Milagro sweater. He wanted the same Milagro sweater, but in his favorite color, blue. So he was very specific. I don't want a very dark blue. I don't want a super light blue. I want a color that, and he showed me a few examples. So I went to Joann's and I got him a Pound of Love from Lion Brand Yarn in a beautiful shade of blue that he didn't show me that exact color, but it was very similar. So I got it and I was hoping that he would love the color. So I called him right away at the parking lot of Joann's and I said, Esteban, I got you this color. What do you think? And he said, Tia Yessy is my favorite. It's my favorite color. How do you find it so perfect? I didn't like it more dark or lighter. That is perfect. So make me my sweater. So this auntie, knowing that most likely he's going to be wearing this sweater a handful of times, doesn't matter, I made it for him. I literally stopped everything that I was doing, and I got my yarn, my pound of love from Lion Brand yarn, and I started making him a Milagro sweater. So every day he got updates. I would call and he would see how the sweater was looking, and he was always so excited, and I couldn't, oh, my heart was just going to explode from seeing how excited he was. So a few times I would say, but where are you gonna wear it? But where? So his mother said, my sister-in-law, she said, well, he can also wear it for piano lessons because it's also cold over there. So I told him, I don't want you to bring anything else to the movie theater or to your piano lessons that is not this sweater. You're not allowed to wear anything else. So I'm just joking, but he said, no, Yessy, I'm gonna wear it. So I called him this last week to show him the final sweater. Let me show you first and then I tell you what he said. So this is the color that I made for him. This is a size 8 on the Milagro sweater. So the Milagro sweater knitting pattern goes from size 2 to size 16. He's right now a size 6, so I made this a size 8. So worst case scenario, he just has to roll up the sleeves for a little bit until he grows to this size, or maybe by the time I get there, he's already size 8. And the length is going to be a little long, not that much right now, but later it's going to fit just perfectly. So this is it. So I'm going to take a million pictures when I give it to him. I'm going to take a million pictures when he's wearing this sweater. And I'm just going to treasure that he's wearing. I mean, I don't think anybody in my family has a sweater made by me. They all have beanies and cowls and things like that, but they don't have any sweaters. So he's going to be the first one that is going to be wearing this sweater. And I am so looking forward. Oh, I have it backwards. There you go. So that's it. This is for my nephew Esteban. So I showed it to him and he gave me the biggest gasp. Yeah, Yessy, I love it. Now you have to make me the pants with the same yarn, size 8. So I said, no, not that. I mean, I know how to make the pants, but I said, no, that is just too much. You're just gonna cook yourself in there. So he's just gonna get these, and I would get him matching shorts or jeans or something like that. I would just give him a complete outfit for him to wear his sweaters. I'm so excited to give this to him. So if you are not familiar, the Milagro sweater is a knitting pattern that I released recently for child sizes. It's my first garment, that knitting pattern that I released. So you're gonna find it in children's sizes, and it's very friendly beginner. I added video tutorials, so if this is the first pattern that you decide to work on, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you to make it following the video tutorials. So take a look at that on my website. It's also my Etsy shop. It's also my Ravelry. And this little cutie is gonna be for my nephew. So that's that. Now that was a finished piece. I never said now I'm gonna show you the finished pieces. So I went to that finished piece, but I'm not done showing you the work in progress. So I think I just got too excited. I just didn't want to forget that part. So I'm gonna show you another work in progress. Now a dear friend asked me for a Mariel oversized scarf. So right now I'm going to include pictures of how the scarf looks like in the yarn cover story from Lion Brand yarn. This is a solid color. My friend, she has a favorite color, which is purple. And when she saw the picture of this yarn from cover story, Lion Brand yarn, she saw this yarn and she fell in love with it. So she said, I want the Mariel scarf in this yarn. So I'm making her one. So this is another work in progress. So this, as you saw in the other pictures, you can see the design much better in a solid color. and maybe the camera is not getting the cables quite yet, but you can see a cable edge, and then you have another cable design in the middle. So I'm working on this pattern for her, and the yarn is absolutely soft and so beautiful. And here is how it looks like. It's super big, so you have enough yarn to make a Mariel oversized scarf. The yarn comes in so many colors, beautiful, beautiful colors. Some are solid, some have variegated tones. I'm going to show you this one. Such a pretty yarn, and I forgot how soft it is. The last time I worked with this yarn was when I was working on the original sample for Lion Brand yarn. The pattern is available on their website, and it's also available on my website and in my Etsy and Ravelry. So the last time I worked on this yarn, I think it was COVID already, and we were under a tornado watch. Actually, the tornado was happening, so we were sheltered in our basement. So that's one of the memories of me working with this yarn, as I was working with the tech editor from Lion Brand Yarn, sending her my drafts and getting notes from her and working on those last details where the sky was so green and everything was just incredibly windy. So I was very happy to get this custom order of the Mariel oversized scarf. It has twisted stitches and it has the cables, and it's absolutely beautiful. It flies off the needles. The needle, let me see, is US 13, 9 millimeters. So the yarn and the fact that the needles are big, it just works up. Not very quickly, but fairly quick. With the cables, and again the size of the needle and the size of the yarn. So that is it about my work in progress. So I'm excited to be working on the two candlewood cardigans for my daughter. I'm so excited to work with this custom order for my friend of the Mariel oversized scarf. She's also gonna get mittens, or not mittens, fingerless gloves. I'm gonna try to make it with this yarn, but if not, if I don't make it with this yarn, I'm just gonna use the partial skein from, I have another skein, or you can see it there. I have another skein, so I'm gonna try to make it in that yarn for her, since she's not, yeah, I think she's allergic, at least sensitive to wool. So I'm gonna include that as a gift for her as she wears her oversized Mariel scarf. So now let's go back to finished pieces. So you have the Milagro sweater that I made for my nephew, and I also worked on this Sawyer Hill beanie. If you follow me on Instagram, I just posted this beanie recently. I worked on this sample for my local yarn shop, Stars Hollow Yarns. Recently they started, oh, I got a little flower there. They got some of my patterns, so my patterns are available at Stars Hollow, and they have samples with yarns that they have at the store. And this specific one, let me get it. This is from Judy Acelin. This is the yarn Nurtured. So you can see there, Judy Acelin. And the colorways that I use are Anemone and Galaxy. So this yarn is the first time that I work with this yarn. I loved it. I love working on it. The tones are beautiful. The colors are so rich, and the contrast was absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna be going today to Stars Hollow and give them this sample. It's just so pretty. And again, I'm so thankful for Stars Hollow for the support that they have been giving me for so long. I love to talk to Lisa. I love to go there, and I always tell her it's a gift that you are part of that you are in our area. During COVID especially, it was so nice that we had something that would keep us motivated to continue to make. It's been amazing to see her from the beginning when she opened her store all the way to now. How many knitters go there? How she keep us motivated? How she takes care of all of us? And I can say that personally, I have cried a lot in her shoulder, and she has hugs from being happy, happy news, sad news, and she has been amazing. So right now I'm gonna include some footage of her beautiful yarn store. This is gonna be a surprise for her because I didn't tell her that I was gonna be doing this, but it is a beautiful, beautiful yarn store. I always tell her that it is like if Joanne Gaines went and made everything for her. The style is beautiful. The yarn selection is amazing. Everything is so beautifully organized. I love to see that she supports so many farms in the area. She really takes care of who are the yarn companies that she's supporting, that she goes along with the values of these companies. And again, I just love Lisa, and her team is just amazing in there. It's just beautiful. So if you are local, I'm sure that you know Stars Hollow. If you happen to come here to Connecticut, she's in Washington, Connecticut, and it's gonna be worth your time. Again, you're gonna see a beautiful place. You're gonna see amazing yarn. You're gonna wanna take everything, which is a good trouble to have. There is beauty everywhere, but again, Lisa and her team, they are just amazing. I don't think she could have a better team than the one that she has today. Love you, Lisa. So I hope that you enjoyed that footage. And now let me see. I just want to make sure that I am not leaving anything behind. I promised my son that this was going to be a short episode, and I think I'm not. I don't think this has been too short yet. About 30 minutes, looks like. Okay, show you my finished pieces, pattern releases. So the Candywood cardigan, the one that I showed you that I'm making for my daughter, that pattern was just released last month. So this pattern is also in child sizes. It's a very easy cardigan to work on. When I was designing it, I was looking for something that would be easy for a beginner knitter, but that it was also beautiful enough or engaging enough for a more experienced knitter to work on. I was looking for a style that was classic, something that was elegant. My daughter, she wears a lot of dresses, formal dresses. So I wanted something that would fit her formal dresses as well as a more casual outfit. And I think this pattern is that. So if you are a new knitter, if you have never made a cardigan, I also include knitting tutorials in the pattern that you can see on my YouTube channel, and I'm doing my best to help you along the way. If you are a more advanced knitter, this is just, in my opinion, and I shouldn't say that, another pretty piece to work on for the children in your life. So, so far, I am so happy and so touched with the response to the release of this Candywood cardigan. This pattern is available on my Etsy, my Ravelry, my website, but it's also available in the Hobbies website, and they have translated this pattern in so many languages. I was so surprised and overwhelmed and so thankful that people in other countries that do not speak English, they have this pattern available. It's translated in German, French, Dutch. I forgot in what other languages, but in a few languages. So I'm very happy with the response of people knitting, having this pattern on their needles. I think as a knitter and as a knit designer, I don't take anything for granted. I'm always thankful to see that this pattern is on the needles of so many other knitters, and I never take anything for granted. I'm always thankful that I can be part of your making time, and that I hope that it adds value, that you love, that when you are in the process, you love the process, that when you finish it, that you love it, that if you give it away or if you wear it yourself, that you love it. And I am so happy and thankful for you to let me be part of that. Okay, patterns that are going to be released. I talked a little bit about this at the beginning. The Esteban Cowl, again, it's been under testing right now. April 21st, that's when the pattern is going to be released. And I respectfully ask you, if you have the time, if you're inclined to take a look at the blog post when it comes out. I think it's going to make you understand a little bit more the inspiration behind this pattern. Okay, now I wanted to share too, because some were asking, some want to know, for example, what are the popular patterns of the month, for example, like what was the pattern that was purchased the most or that most knitters are working in that specific month. So for the month of March, the two patterns that got the most love from my shops were the Sierra Nevada beanie and the Catalina dish towel. Now I don't have my Sierra Nevada beanies here. They are all in the car because that's the beanie that we are using the most these days. So I have them already, my son's, my daughter's, mine, my husband's. So when we are out and about, it's already there in the car. And the Catalina dish towel, let me show you how it looks. So I have two that are ready to ship in my website. And this is a pattern that I designed with Lion Brand. So this is their one of their cotton yarns. Let me see if I bring it closer. So it's like a diamond design with a flower in the middle, and it has this little hanging loop, so you can display it on your kitchen. So let me see what is the right side and wrong side. Okay. So I have these two colors, beautiful for spring. They are ready to ship in my website, but you can also find the knitting pattern there in the shops. So this pattern got a lot of love, which tells me that so many are getting ready for spring. A lot of the knitters that get this pattern, they give it as a gift, or obviously they work on it for themselves. So it's a very nice pattern, beginner friendly. It has very clear instructions about how to make the loop, for example, and the rest of the pattern is just very nice, very engaging. It's just knits and pearls. That's it. That's all. So if you're a beginner knitter, I am very confident that you can work on that pattern. Now, new on the website. Let me see. New on the website. This is also something that I wanted to include so you can have an idea of the things that I'm adding to it, and you can take a look at that if you are inclined to. I just added these holographic stickers, inspired and be inspired. Look at that. Oh, here, perfect. Look at these. I love all things pretty. I love everything, paper, notebooks, pens, pencils. And if you have seen the podcast before, if you have been following me for a while, you know that inspire and be inspired is what I go for. I think I talked about it on my last episode as well. And I got the logo, this logo on a holographic sticker, and it's so beautiful. My daughter, she has hers on her computer. So she says that reminds her to always look for inspiration and for her to inspire others as well. These days she has been inspiring me a lot with her drawings. We got a few gifts from friends, so she's working on the thank you cards, and I mean, it's like a thank you card to another level. She's not taking a thank you card and writing like thank you for my gift or anything like that. She's making the whole thing. And for example, one of her friends that gave her some things, she says, she's so elegant. So she likes dresses like this. So she's making a picture of her with dresses, like the type of dresses that this girl wears and things like that. And it's just beautiful. She's been working on that card for a couple days already. And today, after she's done with school, she's going to continue working on it. And I am positive that she's not going to be done with it. And she has a few more cards that she's gonna be making for other friends. So this is gonna take a while, but it's a beautiful reminder for her, for me, for anybody, that there is always inspiration anywhere, and that we can be the source of it too. Let me see. Happy Mail. Okay, Happy Mail. My daughter got this bag, this project bag for her knitting project from Stars Hollow. This is a bag made by Stitches by Yessy. I'm gonna share her Instagram handle on the description below. But look at this bag, it's so pretty. So this is just one of the many project bags that Lisa has at Stars Hollows from Yessy. They have the most beautiful fabric. So stay tuned for a little while longer, because one of you is gonna be able to get one project bag from Yessy from Stars Hollows. I will try to take a video when my daughter is knitting using her project bag. It's so pretty. It is so her. Okay, now I'm gonna let you know the prize winner from episode 6. So I thank you in advance to all of you that commented, the ones that got to watch episode 6. It means so much to me, to my son, who helps me edit these videos, and he's in charge of the music and all the little details that I don't know how to do any of that, at least not yet. So we are so thankful that you took some time to watch episode 6 and the previous episodes. So the prize winner from episode 6, remember that one of you was gonna get this project bag, also with the logo Inspire and Be Inspired, is the Autumn Acorn. So Judy, I was so happy to see that your name came out as the prize winner. Judy, she's oh my goodness, she's also a special knitter in my life. For the ones that do not know, I know I have mentioned maybe on an Instagram post, but Judy and I have known each other for a long time. When we moved to Connecticut, I was working, my first job was at the same school where Judy was working. We got to work together. She was the teacher, the homeroom teacher, and I was her assistant. So it was from the very beginning. I could see Judy was so sweet. She was such a good friend. And she was the one that introduced me to Etsy, I believe. Yes, it was Etsy. She was always working on her not time off, but when we had a little break, she would be working on her crochet, Oreo cookies. Remember that, Judy? Her Oreo cookies and toys, and it was just beautiful. I love to see her with her hook doing things. So and it was always so much, and I would say, but why are you making so many? And she would say, oh, because I'm selling them in my Etsy shop, or they were custom orders or things like that. But anyway, we worked together for a whole year, and then I was the homeroom teacher for another classroom, and from then on it was just so nice to be with you, Judy. We have seen each other. Now she moved to New Hampshire. She has her own podcast. It's one of my favorite podcasts, the Autumn Acorn Knits. So I recommend this podcast to you. Judy, you see her working on her own designs right now in her knitting, her crochet. Now she hand dyes yarn naturally with flowers and things, and I have some of her yarn. I have worked with her yarn that is naturally dyed, and It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So Judy, I don't think I have words to say that you have inspired me, that you are still a source of inspiration, and continue to be inspired, Judy. So I hope that when you work on this bag, all these memories of us working together and staying in touch for all these years, they bring a smile to your face. So I'm very happily gonna send this to you. So this was a random comment. So for episode number 7, one of you is going to receive this project bag from Stars Hollow Yarns. It's one of the bags also made by Stitches by Yessy. It's a beautiful, beautiful project bag. Look at this. And you have enough space in here to have maybe a beanie project. If you work on socks, they can fit in here. A small, maybe a cowl, that project could fit in here. So it's a beautiful, beautiful bag. So I'm excited to send this to one of you. So for this episode, leave your comments below. Is there something that you enjoy from this episode? Anything that you would like to see in the future? Comment about the project that you're working on, or if you have worked on any of my patterns, let me know in the comments which one it is. I'm going to choose a random winner for the next episode. On episode number 8, I'm going to announce who is going to be the prize winner of this new project bag. I think we never have enough project bags. I absolutely love project bags. One of the ones that I'm using right now is from my friend Libby. She lives in England, and I don't think she makes these project bags anymore, but she sent me these. She sent me 3 actually. This is one of the ones that I'm using right now. Beautiful, beautiful bag. And I have so many, so you're gonna be seeing a few, as I record the different podcasts and I show you some work in progress. I need to get a big project bag because none of my project bags were holding the cardigan projects or the sweater projects. They were not big enough, so I have to look for a big project bag. So right now what I'm using is baskets, or I have a big purse. But I would like something that is more like a project bag. So I'm gonna be on the lookout for that and recommend that to you to hold your bigger projects. From the comments, I'm gonna try to include this section in the podcast from the comments. So this comment from Gail, I'm gonna put it here on the screen. And Gail, you have good memory. I used to work as an art teacher when I was still single. I worked as an art teacher for just a few months when we moved here to Connecticut, and it is something that I absolutely love. I think I have mentioned before that in the school that I went to, arts were so important, and every year we got to work on one type of, on a technique. So for the last 2 years, we learned how to paint with oil paintings, and that was something that I absolutely love. So my mother, she has some of my oil paintings in my house. I mean, in her house back home, in the house where I grew up, and I have continued to paint on and off over the years. But when I had my first son, I stopped painting with oil paintings because the smell was so strong, so I didn't want to have such a strong smell with a baby. And then, life gets busy, and you have then 2 little children, and everything else happens. So I haven't been painting as much, but in the last, I would say since COVID, my children are older. There was a friend who would put a group together on Zoom from Canada and from here, and we got together for like 3 hours, and we painted with oil paintings or acrylic paintings, whatever we wanted. And we would have like a painting group once a month. I think it was once a month, or twice a month. But anyway, that got me started again on painting and all of that. But I wanted to show you, so a lot of those paintings I was giving to my kids' teachers and friends and things like that. I think from those paintings I just kept one, and the other ones I gave as gifts. But I wanted to show you this one. Let me see. I made this one a while ago. This is oil paintings on a wood, how do you call this? Is it a chest? Napkin holder. This was a napkin holder when I got this. So I have used it a lot. You can see a little bit over here. I have used it so much. And now I don't have my napkins in here. What I have here is my tags, for example, that I put on my beanies. I have all the my business cards. I have the cards that I send when you purchase a ready-to-ship piece that has a coupon code, so you get a discount for the next time that you purchase. Everything that I need for packing orders, it's here. So this is one of the ones that I will show you today. So I have a friend in Canada, and when we were living there, I was painting. I would go to craft shows just with the painting on wood, furniture, cards, and all of that. So this friend, because I painted so many flowers, he gave me 2 CDs. Now this is back in the early 2000s, and he gave me 2 CDs where he took hundreds of pictures of flowers, like the same flower from one angle, the other angle from the middle, top down, and everything, so I could use his pictures as inspiration for my paintings. And I still have those CDs, and they are so beautiful. So I believe this is one of the pictures that he sent me. So now with my daughter, we are painting quite a lot, mostly with acrylics, because again the smell from the oil paintings is so strong. So we paint a lot with acrylics, and again we give these also to friends as gifts. Now we have reached the end of episode number 7. When I record these episodes, I hope that you enjoy the things that I'm working on, that you enjoy what I'm making in my studio, in my little corner of the world in Connecticut. Picture us in the middle of a forest. That's where we are. It's beautiful, beautiful surroundings. And to finish with this video, I wanted to give you a little moment when I'm working on the candlewood cardigan, the green one that I'm working and that I'm making for my daughter. And I wanted you to feel like if we were knitting together. So I recorded just my hands working on the cardigan for a few minutes. So if you have your crochet project, if you have your knitting project, and you want to feel like we are knitting together, then in the next few minutes you can work on your project as I am working on mine. And at the end, you're gonna have just a short but sweet video of one of the ponds that are nearby that I love the most on one day that it's raining. So it's always soothing to see water, the rain falling on the pond. I love that. I love that. And then you have the same area but on a sunny day. So I'm gonna leave you with that, very relaxing, such a beautiful setting. I'm gonna try to show you this same spot later when everything is absolutely green and super sunny and everything is just lush. Now in this footage you can see you're not seeing the cows, but in this property there are many cows. So hopefully in the next time that you see it, I'm gonna try to capture the moment when the cows are there. It's just so pretty. So I'm gonna leave you right now. Thank you for spending some time with me. Enjoy while you work. Continue to enjoy it. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'm gonna see you later in the month with episode 6. Take care, happy knitting, and happy making.